involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. It's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight. Now, everyone up here, we've all sowed and seeded, but I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs to sit up here. And this is what I need you to do. If you're giving electronically, or even if you're giving tangibly, I'm gonna have y'all come to the altar and give it, because I need to see 1,000 people moving. Bring them baskets. I want the baskets up here. I want to see the folk. Y'all start moving. Y'all can bring it right now. Come. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people online need to give $20. This is easy, saints.
All right, we in this thing, man. We're in this thing. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. See, we're gonna talk about today. Ryan Garcia made an interesting comment. And I'm gonna start off there, man. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That live that I did Thursday. In a second, I'm gonna put it on the Patreon. So if you missed it, I took it off YouTube. I'm gonna put it on Patreon. The Goodfella TV Patreon, get both of them. This nigga about to bark. I don't even care today. I really want to be back in my bed, but I rest tomorrow. I'll get some extra rest tomorrow, but 1 minute. I don't know if I feel like getting up doing this, but we here. Let me see. So, all right, we good in the hood. So yeah, Ryan Garcia made an interesting comment. Myron sent to me and shit. So, I don't know if this the real Ryan Garcia. I don't be fucking knowing, but he made a comment. So give me a minute. I'm a little bit behind because I still wanted to be in the fucking bed, but. So let me see if I can me save, because I don't want to post the DMs and no shit like that. So this nigga's personal shit. So I'm gonna post it on Threads. So give me a second. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, join the Patreon. That link's in the description. If you hit the link tree, you can find wherever I'm producing at. The Free Game 89 channel, the Patreon. What else? Detroit channel. I'm gonna talk about Antonio Brown today. Yeah, this is crazy. Hold on. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to so let's see if I can post this, because he didn't edit it. All right, so fuck it. I'm gonna have to show it just off the DM and shit. So ain't nothing personal in here at all. So let me show it. Hopefully nigga don't get mad. Give me 1 minute. So Ryan says there's oh, did he say this on X? I'm gonna pull this up on X. Give me a minute. 1 minute. But I be telling y'all, man, I'm telling y'all about turkey. Don't nobody listening to us too late, bro. I told y'all, man. Everybody just be looking. They be looking at something. They be looking at something, right? And they just look at the money. They just look at the money. So I don't know exactly where he got the whole thing from. Okay, he responded to somebody. So give me 1 second. Here we go. So we'll try to find a response. So this ain't really what the video about. It's just like a appetizer. We get into the title. So the no running is wild. You know why it's wild? Because he ran versus Rolly. You know why that's the wildest shit ever? Is because he ran versus Rolly. When he got dropped, you know, he ran. By their definition, he ran. You know, so that's the crazy thing about it. That's one thing that nobody bringing up. When he fought Rolly and got dropped, he got on his bike. And of course, it don't look as good as when the brothers get on their bike because he ain't got that rhythmic movement. But nobody talk about that. And, you know, people got mad when I posted the tweet on Turkey, you know, where I posted the sign where it says no colors allowed. And this is when I said this is what Turkey means when he means no running in boxing. I mean, I just really believe a lot of people are naive. A lot of black people are naive. Let me tell you something about when these people come in and say we should make boxing about race, right? It's the ultimate sport of nationality. I call it the Olympics of boxing. I mean, the Olympics of sports. That's what it really is. You got every nationality. You know, it's actually a world champion. You actually could fight anywhere in the world, and you actually competing against the worlds of the best fighters. And a lot of times, any and everywhere, from Alaska to Shanghai to Macau to Tokyo to places in Mongolia to India to the Saudi Arabia, you know, to Africa to Manila. I mean, we can go on and on. It's actually a race-built sport. And when people say, well, I don't want to hear about that, don't hear about it then, because people want to live in a bubble it's not an issue. It is what it is. You know, they say they make these covert, you know, terms, or these covert in this situation type of rules. We know exactly what they mean. You know, we know exactly what they actually mean, but people want to act like they don't know what they mean. And that's fine. You want to act like, you know, you want to live in a bubble, you want to act like a lie isn't a lie. I ain't mad at you. But at some point, the truth is going to be at your doorstep. In my experiences in life, it's best to deal with them right as soon as possible. So let's see the comment he explained to. See, why does it matter? You don't even run. He ran versus Rolly. And that's the funny thing about it. When they do it, they don't consider it running. You know, when it's fighters that they support that do it, they don't consider it running. When you talk about Pacquiao fighting Brandon Rios, I know a lot of y'all wasn't outside in the boxing world when Pacquiao fought Brandon Rios. Oh, shout out to Corey Lee. Salute, man. He said, keep grinding. You're definitely putting in the work. Salute. I got to redo the soundboard, by the way. I had to uninstall it, reinstall. So I'm going to redo the soundboard. But shout out to Corey Lee in the super chat. I go subscribe to Corey Lee. So 1 second. I don't know why I did this. But yeah, like I was saying, you know, they don't consider it when Canelo ran versus Triple G. Some people pointed it out, but it really wasn't considered a big thing. It really wasn't considered. It wasn't universally said he ran versus Triple G. He ran. By their definition, it's not running, it's boxing. And one thing about that fight, Triple G wasn't willing to get punched to take Canelo out. He fought a safety first fight. Nobody complained about that. But you know what? They only put these jackets on mostly black fighters. Black American fighters and Cuban fighters. He runs. Ryan Garcia just ran in this last fight when he got touched by Rolly. He said, no me. Yeah, you did run in your last fight. By their definition, that's why I tell y'all, man, it's like you know, you like when they talk about when women, you know, they got a scent and they say, well, women don't think they stink sometimes down there. They think it's just they can't tell if they stink or not, some women. Like I said before, Mexicans can't tell, they can't tell the difference. It's just total biasness. They're totally biased. And that's cool. You know, that's who they are. But their biasness is the reason that's holding them back. One of the reasons that's holding them back from, you know, being more competitive with the elite level fighters of all time. He says, not me, but it's like you can't influence boxing styles that way. And you can't. And you can't. You cannot influence boxing styles that way. And what's so funny is the main generators of money, the people who make things cool around the world, black people constantly getting targeted and attacked. This is a target on black fighters. This is a target on black fighters. And they constantly disrespect black fighters. They constantly disrespect them. And it's okay, cool. What they gonna do about it? They disrespect each other. What they gonna do about it? And then also I wanted to talk about, I'm done with this. I just wanted to point that out. And also they talk about the smaller ring with Shakur Stevenson I wanted to talk about. So they got a small 18 by 18 foot ring with Shakur Stevenson. I think that was the CEO of Zeffner Boxing. Sorry, I just got out the bed. Do-rag all cocked and shit. I don't know where we going, which way we going, which way we going. I think that was him. I forget his name. And I guess he's one half of the promoters that paid him. Maybe it was a trainer. I don't know. So he basically said that, you know, he let the cat out the bag that Shakur Zepeda is going to fight in the 18 by 18 ring. I think a standard boxing ring. Somebody said in the comment section. I forgot, man. I usually remember stuff like that. I put Stanford in. Let's see what a standard boxing ring size is. 16 by 24. Oh, it's between 16 and 24 feet. So it's 16 by 16. So the amateurs, they use a 20-foot ring. See, in the professionals, I think 18 by 18. In the professionals, this is while there's no strict standard, the professional ring uses it's 16 to 24 feet. And that's the problem. Like the professional ranks of Turkey, if Turkey wanted to do something positive in the professional ranks, why don't he put a governor body together? He don't. He just want to buy the sport and move it over there. He don't want to govern the sport. That's my problem. He don't really want to fix the sport. And now he's showing his true colors. But like I continue to say, now Shakur, and I agree with changing of the ring size. I definitely agree with it. I'm not against it. I think it makes guys more creative. But my thing is, don't do it to help the Mexicans out. I mean, Zepeda ran for years away from Shakur Stevenson, and now he gets rewarded. They reward bad behavior. These guys ducked each other for years, and now he's paying them a bunch of money to fight, not even tune-up fights, to fight postpartum, not postpartum, what you call it, post-Musowitz fights, whatever, when a fighter drops, when a musician drops an album after they die. That's when they lose their big fight. He's paying these motherfuckers now and later to fight. And all of it's trash. You pay them the prequel trash. They fight like they want to lose. You pay them to fight the big fight is trash. Money can't fix not having a heart. Money can't fix it. They didn't come up slaving and hungry as prospects. That's what you don't understand. Turkey understands nothing about the sport of boxing. He understands absolutely nothing about the sport of boxing. But Shakur having to fight a smaller ring, I don't really care for the mother lover. I'm trying to keep it clean. I really don't care for dog. But at the same time, they always want to make it tougher on the black man. They always gonna make it tougher, and that's every time we prevail. Every time. And that's what they're jealous about. That's why they say a lot of illegal immigrants, we need black people. When this fake Asian hate shit we need black people. Because they know we know how to prevail. They don't know how to survive. Well, most of them motherfuckers don't even know how to wash their ass. But let's keep it moving. So main topic, we're gonna talk about De La Hoya. He exposed Canelo, and he exposed some things about Canelo and Bud. The other shit I don't care about. Dana White being a trust fund baby. I can give a hell. Eddie Hearn's a trust fund baby. Who really cares? If your parents, or your grandfathers, they made it better for you. They gave you an opportunity to get a head start in life. I believe that's what, we all want for our children. So I think that's what we all want for our children. So I don't really understand the issues with that. You know what I'm saying? I don't really understand people's issues with that. But so I'm gonna break down this De La Hoya video. If you want to see it in totality, you can go to his X, you can go to his, I think it's Instagram, or you can watch the video I did yesterday at around 10:30 a.m. I was a little bit late yesterday. So let's listen to what and I'm just gonna break it down part by part. And obviously there's a lot of bitterness involved here as well too. So anytime you got somebody that's bitter, that turkey hit and quit them, some bitterness there.
All right, so it's been a month since my last clapback, and that's because there's very little news to clap back to, because the boxing media isn't reporting on anything these days. I wonder why. Has anybody else noticed this? Well, I actually did some digging and confirmed many members of the boxing media have been paid off by certain people and essentially muzzled. I mean, these are the facts. For example, 6 of Eddie Reynoso's fighters have tested positive for PEDS. The latest being Jaime Munguia 2 weeks ago. 6 fighters and nobody is questioning this? This doesn't seem suspicious or out of the ordinary to you? We just accept the explanation that everyone is eating tainted meat? Come on, Jesus Christ. Doesn't this warrant an investigation of Eddie's camps? I mean, look, I've known Jaime for over 10 years, and he always tested clean up until his last camp with Eddie and his fight in Riyadh. How is it ethical that you have 6 fighters testing dirty from the same camp and we don't have questions or consequences? Where's the boxing media? I mean, they crucified Ryan Garcia every fucking day for a full year over a tiny bit of Austrian.
And there's where the fuck shit come in at. It's nothing but the truth, and this doesn't the truth. Like I said before, a lot of the media didn't crucify Ryan Garcia. Are we fucking serious? More of the media rolled with Ryan Garcia than they rolled with Devin Haney. What are we talking about? This is where the fuck shit come in at. He's lying right there, right? It was only a handful of people that stood on business with Devin Haney. And a lot of people continue to stand on business even when Ryan made those racial remarks. I had black people coming up to me in person and DMing me and stuff saying that they believe Bill and Devin, did something to Ryan Garcia's test. I have fighters coming up to me telling me that. That's why I say I don't respect these black fighters. I keep telling you that. And everybody behind the scenes know Ryan Garcia. This ain't his first rodeo when it comes to PEDS, allegedly. I mean, I told Bill 4 years ago. They won't believe a nigga. But my thing is this. He's only calling this out because he has a personal vendetta from Canelo. This doesn't come from a good place. He wouldn't call it out if him Canelo was on good terms. He wouldn't call it out if Munguia was still under the Golden Boy banner. Don't forget, he lied and said Munguia still was with him. Remember that? Remember he was lying, saying Munguia was still with him? Oh, he's just going to Top Rank just to do some jumping jacks, and he'd be right back. And he didn't come back to Oscar De La Hoya. So De La Hoya has a history of lying. He can say, you know, he can do all that and say, well, nothing but the facts. No, you leave out a lot of the truth. You was a lying sack of shit. That's what I'm saying. You're a lying piece of shit. Even when you supposed to be telling the truth, you was a liar. You've been very disingenuous. And that's okay, because we know who you are. But this doesn't come from a place, a good place. This comes from a place of bitterness. And now, you know, and the media does what they do best. They turn the blind eye to anything that's Mexican, anything that it ain't white, it ain't right. They turn the blind eye to stuff like that. When it's the brothers, it's all over the place. It's plastered. They use they jail pics or they arrest pics as they box rec profile. Right? Think about that dude, the white Mike Tyson, Kirchovich. Remember him? He got out of prison. He just got out of prison. He back fighting. You think they use his prison pic as his box rec profile? Stay woke. Stay woke. So when they sit here, I don't make blanket statements. CJ doesn't make blanket statements. I support my statements with facts, which make my statement, even its opinion, it makes it a fucking fact. Right? Because I'm showing you his disdain and going against the Mexican code. It isn't because he care about the fighters. He just told you when it came to Ryan Garcia, oh, he had a little bit of Ostarine. Look, you can run that game on the average. You can run the game on the average Joe. I know how PEDS work. Y'all think Ryan Garcia just started taking Ostarine or he took some tainted supplement the week of the fight? No, you idiots. He's been cycling on and off the PEDS for a long time. He just made a mishap. That's it. He made a mistake. They told him to take it at this time and take this solution to flush it at this time. He could have been off by an hour. He could have been off by 10 minutes. He could have been off by a day. He did something wrong. He slipped up one time and he did it wrong. Just because they said, oh, they find a little bit, all that mean is you didn't cycle on and off, or you didn't use the performance enhancing drugs like you were supposed to use the performance enhancing drugs. That's what that means. So when it's a little bit left, he almost got away with it. He just made a mishap on the cycling process. That's what I'm telling y'all, man. A little bit or a lot, it don't matter. And, you know, I'm going to let him finish cooking and I'm going to make another statement.
So why are they so quiet now? I don't know, man, but when something stinks, it's usually shit. I'm so disappointed, man, in the media, who I've treated like gold for 30 years. I didn't realize you guys could be bought that easily. Now, what the media is reporting, and it's circulating, is that Canelo Crawford...
All right, we're going to stop him there. So I wanted to see if he was going to... I wanted to see if he was going to say anything else regarding to that topic. And to close this topic out about that right now, one thing that's funny about it, bro, you notice how many rules they changed for Mexicans so far? They changed the rules as far as the level of Ostarine. I mean, the levels of clenbuterol. You know, now they said there's no running. You can't run. You can't move in boxing, but they'll be able to move. They'll be able to run and move, and it won't be deemed running. You know, they changed clenbuterol. They changed the running rule. Okay. And also now they changed the ring size to accommodate them. and they still gonna get their ass beat. It doesn't matter. Everybody in the boxing world continues to evolve, but Mexicans. They still come in here looking like a pound of potato salad or looking like looking like a banana pudding that sat out all outside at the barbecue all day, and they forgot to, refrigerate it. Let's just keep it real. They don't believe in strength and conditioning. You know what I'm saying? They don't believe in throwing straight punches. Everybody else around the world, the Asians, they've fucking evolved. The Eastern Europeans, they went and got black people to show them the way. From John David Jackson to hiring Roy Jones and Floyd Mayweather to come to Russia. Eastern Europeans now, they sticking and moving. Nobody said Karen Cherkachan was a runner. Nobody said Karen Cherkachan was a runner. Come on now. So this is what we're talking about. They're now changing the rules for them to be able to compete with us, but it doesn't matter. We come in all type of styles. You don't see black guys, going out there to Asia to learn how to fight. You don't see them learn to go to the UK to get too many trainers from the UK. Every now and again, you'll see a dumbass fighter make that mistake. But what you do see is Kovalev getting John David Jackson. You know what I'm saying? What you do see is Dmitry Bivol. You go into the Mexican community and getting Joel Diaz to learn how to be a professional fighter and not so much of an amateur fighter. What you see was that white Mike Tyson guy. He got Andre Rozier. What you see was Derevchenko trained with Andre Rozier. You know what I'm saying? What you see is Ryan Garcia training with the brothers and Derek James. What you seeing was Anthony Joshua go get a Mexican guy, Robert Garcia, but he got Derek James. Anthony Joshua got Derek James. He trained Robert Garcia for a minute. What you will see is every other ethnic group is gonna pick the minds of the group. Mexicans they stick to this mindset that we're gonna stick together and only gonna enjoy each other's culture, and that's why they lose. As much as having tribalism is good, anything that's good, it has its pros and its cons. But they can change the rules all they want to. They still gonna get their ass whooped. It ain't like Canelo gonna fight David Benavidez. When it's convenient for them, they want to change everything. I don't want to fight a runner. Well, Crawford is gonna run. Why not fight Benavidez then? See, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. And like I continue to say, if you don't like this talk, hey, get out of here. I'm not mad at you. If this make you uncomfortable, just know this shit coming to your front door. If you live in America, if you live around the world, it's coming to your front door. It's coming to your fucking front door. I'm telling you, it's coming to your front door. So you can act like you live comfortably amongst these people who don't like you, and that can be black on black, white on black, Mexican on Mexican. You can act like we live comfortable together. That's cool. But guess what? I'm telling you, real shit is always gonna show itself. And guess what? You can live amongst these covert people who don't care about. And like I said, this is not necessarily black, black and Mexican or Mexican and white. This can be your black neighbor can be like this, and you black. Your white neighbor can be like this, and they white. Just know these type of things usually come up at the most inconvenient times. Just remember that. These things, when you really test who your friends really are, and you wait to really test, it's always a serious situation. Life and death, critical financial crisis, critical physical crisis. So, like I said, stop living comfortable amongst coverts. I'm telling you, stop ignoring the signs. You'll thank me later. Larry Colwright, appreciate the super chat. Appreciate the content, bro. Appreciate the super chat. 50 ball. What you gonna do for this 50 ball? But let's let Oscar cook.
Is the biggest fight of the decade. I mean, to a purist and a fighter, it's laughable. Because you have Crawford jumping up 2 weight classes to fight Canelo, who's a natural light heavyweight.
All right. We proved that Canelo is not a natural light heavyweight. Dimitri Bivol is not even considered a big light heavyweight, and he had his way with him. Like, he went to Burger King and got the crown and the Whopper and the Whopper with bacon on it. Okay. And then if he's talking about peers, we've seen fighters jump up 2 weight classes before. We've seen Henry Armstrong, he used to jump up all the time. So as a purist, I mean, you should be able to, remember times where guys, they took these jumps. But De La Hoya is not a purist. De La Hoya was a Mexican kid that was throwing fastballs in the park. His daddy snatched him off the mound playing baseball and said, "You gonna go box." De La Hoya don't like boxing.
Crawford, who couldn't push back Madrimov. Life and death with Madrimov. What do you think Canelo's going to do to him?
So they want to say he went life and death with Madrimov, which every time he hit Madrimov with more than one shot, he hurt him, right? Your fighter lost to Madrimov. That's a fact. Virgil Ortiz lost to Madrimov. Now, the reason people say Virgil beat Madrimov, this is all going back to the beginning of the question, the beginning of the video, is because Madrimov boxed. By the letter of the law, and how you score a fight on a point system, and how you score a fight on ring generalship, Madrimov won that fight. He outboxed Virgil Ortiz. Just because Virgil Ortiz came forward and did absolutely nothing for 6 or 7 straight rounds, that doesn't mean, he was more entertaining or he pressed the fight, he won the round. That is not how boxing scored. Now, until Turkey Al-Sheikh take his money and change the rules that way of boxing, you score boxing on a point system. But, and this is the type of conversations, that you have to have with these guys, because when you having these conversations on scoring the fight, okay, ask them about the rounds and they scoring the rounds in and how they scoring the rounds. They're not scoring the rounds based on anything of credibility. Let me say that again. Most of these people who scoring these rounds and they debating and calling this shit a robbery, they're scoring it based off emotion, based off feeling, basing off the eyeball test. Trust me, I'll tell you in a minute. Oh yeah, I'll use an example. When I watched Gary Russell lose to Mark Mayaxo, I swore up and down Gary Russell won that fight. I went back and scored that fight. He lost that fight. And I came back and I apologized to Mark Mayaxo. You know what I'm saying? I don't admit when I'm wrong. I don't have a problem admitting when I'm wrong. But once you start getting past the name calling and you have a digestible conversation with these guys, which means, we have a conversation in which it's flowing. It's basically just going through the system, it's breaking down the system. I'm getting the nutrients and then we shit it out and we done with it. Once you start getting to boxing points with these guys, you'll learn that these guys didn't score the fight. They have no reference points on the fight. They cannot reference anything in that fight. Let me say it again. They can't reference what Madrimov did in the 5th round. They can't go back and reference what he did in the 8th round. All they gonna just say is, "Well, Virgil came forward. He made it more exciting, and all that Madrimov did is run." And that's how they say it. That's how they say it. That's how they explain it. When you start running, it's called boxing. It's up to the opponent to stop the opponent. Virgil Ortiz put Madrimov back, but that was after 7 rounds of doing absolutely fucking nothing. Just saying. So when you had these conversations with these, Oscar De La Hoya proved in one statement that he's not a fucking purist. I've been telling y'all that. De La Hoya is a kid who probably got his booty hole tinkled with. I guarantee you, him and Jamel Charlo, I guarantee you, they was touched. Like Omarion said in that song, they was touched as kids. I can tell. He was a little kid. His daddy probably put hands on him. Fondled his motherfucking baseballs. I'm telling you, they got all the signs of that. Who beef with their father of a lifelong beef like that, man? Nigga, come on now. That's why De La Hoya's a fucking weirdo. Y'all can't tell the signs. Him and Charlo, like, come on, man. It was the babysitter. It was the maid. It was a Mexican selling mayonnaise and seasoning on the corn on the cob. Somebody shoved that corn up the cob up that bob. I'm telling you, you can tell. Oscar's a fucking weirdo. His wife look like a man. Dick probably bigger than his. Okay? Oscar got pride. Oscar don't love boxing, bro. He ain't no Pierce. Daddy wore that ass out and threw him in the ring.
Run him out of the ring. You know what's laughable?
The timing of that was crazy.
Also, Dana White being named the promoter of this fight, considering he's never been in the boxing space, has no stable of boxers. He didn't negotiate shit. And is being handed this fight on a silver platter and called promoter. He's the trust fund baby of boxing. That's it. The trust fund baby of boxing. And get this. The fight will take place during the day on September 13th in Las Vegas.
Okay. I want to wait on that because we're going to cook on that for a minute, right? I want to wait till you get to that point. All right. I want to talk about this. You got to the reason why he's hating on Canelo and Crawford minus he doesn't like Canelo, right? The reason why is because he's not involved. And we're going to get back to this. That's why I'm not going to cook long on this. We're going to get back to this. The reason why he's mad is because he's not involved. You know what I'm saying? He's not a participant. This is like me hating on the event because I didn't get a credential. I don't do that. A good event is a good event. What did Gilbert Arenas say about that man twerking? A good show is a good show. That's his type of show. I'm just talking about in general in boxing terms. We need that sound clip. Somebody get on and get that sound clip when he said that, which Gilbert Arenas is kind of questionable for that comment. I mean, and his girlfriend, that old girl, she is fine. It's like 6'6". So, Gilbert, you looking like you whatever. So he's bitter because of Dana White. He's bitter because he ain't involved in the show. And Turkey didn't hit and quit him, probably literally and figuratively. But let's continue on.
Day. So Canelo will fight during the day on Netflix just to accommodate UFC Noche later that evening on a different network. So does that mean this fight isn't important? Do they not give a fuck about the fans or viewership? Why is it that Canelo has to fight during the day on Mexican Independence Weekend? And UFC with a roster of names I've never heard of is going on prime time. Cinco de Mayo. He's fighting in Riyadh and now he's fighting during the day on the biggest weekend in boxing. Yeah, Canelo will fight anywhere. Anytime he's told because he doesn't give a fuck. All he cares is about the money. Doesn't give a fuck about the fans. About tradition, the Mexican weekend tradition. Oh, and Dana.
All right. He's right. But it's funny how, you know, his ill will towards and shout out to Virgil in the super chat, man. Appreciate it, bro. The brother got his money back from the Davis boy. So at least one of them. So shout out to him. Shout out to Virginia. So he made, you know, he's only mad at Canelo for going after the money because he has a disdain for Canelo. That's all it is. He has a disdain for Canelo, but he makes valid points here. Me and him can agree on this. I just, you know, why is Canelo and Crawford fighting? Not only are they fighting on the Saturday. So excuse me. The 13th is a Saturday. Will be fighting at the Saturday. It won't be at Allegiant Stadium, but they will be fighting on the Saturday. Okay. So they're going to be fighting middle of the day, which at that point, they might as well just did that in Saudi Arabia. If you're going to be fighting at 5 and 6, I don't know. Quite frankly, I honestly don't know what the middle of the day is because they are in Vegas. So does that mean they're going to fight? If they're going to fight, Are they gonna fight 6 o'clock Vegas time? Then guess what? That's 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Are they gonna fight 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time and 6 o'clock Vegas time? So that's my thing about it. And a lot of this is what we didn't like. Oscar is dropping stuff that we didn't know. Because he bitter and he mad. So my thing is, I don't like that they are getting pushed by UFC. I don't like that the fight is in the middle of the day. Is that 3 o'clock Vegas time, 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time? Is that 9 o'clock Vegas time? It's coming on at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Like, the middle of the day, and I'm assuming he's a West Coast guy. So if the UFC card start at 10, right? So that, or historically, it starts at 9 in Vegas. Well, I don't fucking know how. Okay, if I'm on the East Coast, most of the main cards start around 9. All right. So that's 6 o'clock West Coast time. Right? So most of the main, if I'm right, so if the main event is if the main card kick off 9 Eastern Standard Time, that's 6 Vegas time. So in reality, are they fighting at 3 o'clock Vegas time and coming on at high noon? And then I believe the NFL and college football kick off then too. So I would assume they're probably fighting. I probably would assume that they're probably fighting. I really couldn't say. I would assume they're probably fighting around the main event. The main event is starting around 6. I would probably say the main event is probably going to ring at 6 or 7. All right. They give you about 2 hours to clear it out and them to go to another venue and fight and see the UFC fight. So, I assume that's what's about to happen. I assume you probably gonna see, if I'm talking Eastern Standard Time, you're probably gonna see the Crawford Canelo ring walk around 6 or 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. That would be either 3 or 4 o'clock Vegas time. Somebody BR215 says that UNLV play Idaho State on the 13th, but it says TBD right now. So maybe they trying to make a financial contribution to UNLV to get them to move off that. But then, where does the UFC fight? Where is UFC Noches Loches going down at? Let me see. What is it called? Let me see. Let me see. Okay, so that's happening in San Antonio. So that's going down in San Antonio. So as of right now, that's going down at the Frost Bank Center in San Antonio, September 13th. Nothing has been determined as far as their website about who's fighting. It's TBD versus TBD. So they're fighting in San Antonio. So you would think Vegas would take preference over San Antonio, but yeah, I don't like that they fight in the middle of the day. So, but then again, if you're in Vegas, maybe you can make that, and you can go see the football game. There's a lot of stuff to do. I'm considering still going. But if they're not fighting at the football stadium, it's gonna be hard to get in there. That's another thing to talk about. If they fighting at the MGM Grand Garden, or they fighting at the Mandalay Bay, or they fighting the T-Mobile, you might as well. Hey, look here, I don't think it's financially worth me going to see that fight to pay the money they're gonna be asking for that fight. At a football arena, it's a lot cheaper because it holds a lot more people. It holds a lot more people. Allegiant Stadium, what is it called? So I believe it holds probably about 80,000 people. So 65,000 for a football game, almost 72,000 for expand. It's expandable to 72,000 is probably standing room, and it's 61,000 for a soccer game. So you probably looking more to 61,000 for soccer towards boxing. Maybe more. Maybe you closer than I forget you can put the seats on the floor. So in reality, you're probably closer to. So you on the Running Rebels, they play their games there, so they do. So you're probably closer to that 71,000 for boxing. So yeah, it'd be easier to get a cheaper ticket at this stadium. When they go to a more intimate and smaller venue, then you talking about 1,000 to get in. I'm not paying 1,000 to see a black man get knocked out. Sorry.
What, now you're turning your back on the UFC? I mean, we all know you've been trying to get into boxing for years on your own and you couldn't do it. Remember Zuffa? Oh, but now that Daddy Turkey negotiated a big fight and he paid for it, you're seriously proud to be the trust fund kid presenting to be the face of this fight.
He bitter. Turkey Al-Sheikh literally saved your company. Turkey Al-Sheikh literally was bankrolling fight cards and bankrolling your company. Look how much of a hypocrite this guy is. Without Turkey Al-Sheikh, Golden Boy is gonna be, man, he gonna be on the blade having this fighter sell bussy on Figueroa Street. Dressed up in high heels and fishnets. Come on, man. Let's keep it a bean, dog. You was Dana White for so long ago. For so long with Turkey. Now that Turkey done pumped and dumped you, you bitter.
I mean, this whole thing's a shit show. Aren't you embarrassed? I mean, it would be just like me promoting John Jones versus somebody else in the UFC. You guys would fucking destroy me for me walking into another.
You did try to promote a mixed martial arts card, and it failed. We didn't forget. And it failed. Matter of fact, we destroyed you when you said that all your fighters was the A side or something like that in the Times Square card, and they all got whooped from the opening fight. From the opening fight to the last fight, to the middle fight, your fighters got swept. So, oh my God.
The sport and acting like I know the fuck I'm doing.
He literally put on a mixed martial arts card and tried to do that. Man, whatever old girl put in his motherfucking carnation asado, whatever fucking they putting on that grill back there, they got dementia.
I mean, insiders are aware the UFC's hundreds of millions of dollars in debt and in a bad spot.
Just like boxing. You do know we are aware that CBS and Viacom carries CBS, MTV, BET, Showtime, Paramount, CBS, Spike TV, Paramount Network, whatever they call it now, Nickelodeon. Fox is out the sport. NBC is out the sport. HBO is out the sport. ESPN is leaving the sport. Bounce That Ass TV left the sport. Y'all in the same position. Why are you talking about the position that UFC is in? And boxing is just in an equally bad position.
But that's no reason to switch sports and leave these MMA fighters hanging, Dana. And don't abandon the fans.
Just like you abandoned Canelo when you did all that shit talking when he's about to fight Floyd Mayweather, and you abandoned Canelo. We ain't forget Oscar. All of a sudden, right before the Canelo fight with Floyd Mayweather, you said you had to go to rehab. You left Canelo hanging. That's where the Canelo beef started at. Just like what's the fighter that lost? Damn, it was one of his fighters that lost to somebody. Oh, when Tank beat Ryan Garcia and you left Ryan Garcia, y'all left him at the podium by himself. Y'all left him at the podium by himself. We didn't forget y'all left him at the podium by himself. We didn't forget, brother.
They've been begging you for months now to make a great fight in the UFC. Oh, and don't even think of bringing your pathetic pay scale to boxing, because these fighters won't go for it. The boxing media is trying so hard to hype up TKO, getting into the boxing space. But the truth is, they have no fucking fighters. They have 0 fighters. TKO? More like TK no. Oh, and guess what? Nobody will ever put a muzzle on me. I'll always give you the facts and keep it real. And I've never been happier to trade calls with Eddie Hearn and Al Heyman, because guess what? We ain't going anywhere.
Nobody put a muzzle on them, but they put pantyhose on you. They put you in motherfucking high heels, and Lord knows what else they did to you. That's crazy, bro. And all of a sudden, me and Eddie don't got nothing left. Al, we know you ain't tapped to Al. You nigga talk to Al, all right? Hey, Al. AI Al. It's a wrap. Y'all ain't got nothing left, bro. Y'all ain't nothing without Turkey, bro. They nothing without Turkey. So they can sit here and say, you ain't going nowhere. Y'all done. You can say Dana White is cooked. You can say, but y'all, you cooked too. You have your fighters is done. Your fighters is all of them got beat. It's just up to Virgil Ortiz to get beat. And he ain't been boxing 10 years and ain't never got a title. He been in boxing for 10 years and never got a title. What type of promoter are you, Home Slice? Home Skillet? What type of promoter are you? Some of that was some truth in it, but a lot of that was a lot of bitterness. He was a Debbie Downer. He bitter that he not promoting the fight, that Dana doing it, and all of a sudden now he want to trauma bond with PBC and Matchroom. And no, it's a wrap. Y'all had many, many years to work together. Y'all ain't do nothing but to compete with each other. Well, I give Oscar this. Oscar did extend the olive branch to a lot of those guys and try to work with them, but he had to. He had to. Shout out to Silent Child. Salute, Russell. I see you. He said Ryan ran from Devin and Durate, kid Bud. I mean, it's a problem when I do. It's okay when he says it's okay when they do. It's a problem when I do it. Welcome. Birds of the feather flock together. He said Oscar Ryan got a pass, and he did. He did get a pass. Right, man, Oscar be on that bitch coked up in line. Put the Coca-Cola down. He said they on Ryan now. He came out crying about ICE, but he voted for Trump. I mean, why are you voting for Trump? Because he voted with his pockets. He voted for his pockets. A lot of these motherfuckers just they vote for something that benefit them and they don't read the agenda. I mean, he clearly made the agenda what it was. Get him out of here. If you didn't come in here legally, come back and come illegally. I don't understand the ramifications of that, bro. Because these people coming in, even legal people. It was allegedly. I gotta find out. I'm gonna talk about that. Allegedly, Obama passed a law where they don't have to get tested for diseases when they come to this country no more. He just letting them. He was just started letting them in, And what's so funny is a lot of people they don't do their research, and a lot of people get mad when I be telling the truth about politics. And we all have the internet at the palm of our hands. Most of us got 5G, 4G, 5G, LTE, Obama got rid of more illegal immigrants. Obama passed most of his laws outside of, LGBTQ plus community. He passed more laws for the police than anybody. So when people came in and Trump gonna get a police this, that, and the third, I mean, Obama was already doing stuff like that, but they don't talk about that because they don't know about it and they don't want to know about it. A lot of people vote for very surface issues, just issues that really affect them. And at the end of the day, when you allow people to come in legally and illegally, and they don't get tested for HIV, they don't get tested for STDs, they don't get tested for, diseases that you can bring from another country. Check this out. I had a homie that used to cut my hair, and he was a military guy. They were stationed, I want to say somewhere in Korea, it was definitely Asia. And, some of the guys end up getting an incurable disease over there. And I think it was sexually transmitted. It was called like Black Death or Black Sea, something. It was called Black Death or something. And I want to say this is allegedly, but he said that a lot of them couldn't come back home because they had this disease and they didn't have a cure for it. So they were stuck over there and stuff. So he would tell me a lot of stuff about them going. And I used to in school, I used to chill with the college with the military guys. You know what I'm saying? You hear the stories, and I remember, he used to tell me the horror stories. Like they would go to these whorehouses, I believe in Germany or Iraq, whatever, and guys will line up out the door for women to sleep with them. So you hear women kind of talk about the passport bros and stuff like that. A lot of that shit be true, military wise. Like you can see what the girl look like on the picture, and the guys will line up. I mean, personally, I can't see myself lining up behind random men to sleep with a girl. She go to the sink, wash her off, and go to the next guy. Like, I just like that's why me and prostitution don't go together. Like y'all see that video of that girl that was on the internet a couple weeks ago, and the neighbor ring door camera caught like 10 men going in there in like 3 or 4 in the span of 4 hours. And the ring doorbell person didn't even have the presence of mind to blur the men, faces out. What you think she was doing? What's so funny is one woman was trying to, pay me to run her OnlyFans channel on my channel. Some good money. I'm like, no, I couldn't even do it. And as I said, I haven't compromised my channel. I could have been compromised my channel. There's just certain things I ain't doing, dog. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not about to encourage y'all to buy pussy. I'm just not doing. Only time I say you should go buy some coochie is if you a virgin and you can't get a layup. Then go buy it. But yeah, real talk. He said, remember, it's not running when Beagle does it. Facts. Fighters are being punished because they are more athletic and have better footwork than Mexican fighters. Wasn't running when Karen Chance did it versus Boost. But what I will say, I mean, why don't they learn to stop it? I think really this is an indictment on the teachers in the sport of boxing. What are the trainers saying? What are y'all working on in training camp? Y'all microdosing. Shout out to Behold. Fingers think salute because he's not a lead promoter. He's a backup dancer. He's a backup dancer for Bill DeVoe. Tax salute. He said he got some points though, CJ. Well, points as far as like he got some points in there, but most of that shit is come. It don't come from a place of it don't come. He's bitter. He's bitter. He got very few points that come from a good play. Most of his points is just bitterness. He said, you don't know if you got a game that weekend. The Raiders play Monday Night Football. Why are even the Raiders even on Monday Night Football? Why do they put teams like the Raiders and the Cowboys on prime time? Like that's what I be saying. That's why the NBA Finals don't be selling like it's supposed to sell. It's not based on merit no more. That's one thing. That's one thing I don't like about DEI. DEI is not based on the best candidate for the job. And it's a lot of diversity, equity, inclusion going on in sports. If you're not the best, you shouldn't get primetime spot. No matter how good or how bad the Dallas Cowboys is, they still get primetime spots. The Raiders still get spots. At some point, tradition is made to be broken. Tradition is made to be altered. That's how I feel. If that's the case, New England Patriots had a dominant run for a decade and some change. Why ain't they grandfathered in? You know what I'm saying? Why aren't they grandfathered in into primetime games? You feel what I'm saying? You know, that's just how I feel. I really don't understand, you know, still calling the Super Bowl trophy the Vince Lombardi trophy. Why? Why? Shouldn't it change to something else just because you was first? You wasn't even the best. Yeah, UNLV plays out of host of the 13th. He said, Mr. T, salute. Want to talk about PEDS, but don't have a problem with Ryan. And no, he just said just a little bit like, I know how that worked. They suing him on 3. He said for that fight was supposed to happen with Ryan and a Japanese dude. Yep, he probably was on that shit. She lacing his baby oil is wild. He said him and Beehive left Ryan stinking. Yep, at the tank fight. Shout out to Mr. T in the super chat. He says Oscar wants a ball gag instead of a muzzle. You know, hell yeah. Want a dildo in his mouth instead of a muzzle. He said Eddie's the only one I think can survive without Turkey, be having fights every other. Look here, he can't survive neither. I mean, Lou DeBella, I did a video on the Patreon. Well, I did it live here, but then I moved it on the Patreon, the Goodfella TV Patreon. Lou DeBella said that motherfucker on borrowed time too. Without Turkey, lost without you, can't help myself. Come on, niggas gonna be starting OnlyFans in a minute, the promoters. Bud and Virgil Ortiz did get beat by the he said, but Virgil Ortiz did get beat by the Ukrainian in that fight before. He got beaten both of them. He got beaten both of them, bro. He got beaten both of them. He got beaten separate ways. I'm gonna score that fight live. Don't let me get no time. I'm gonna score that fight live. You voted for you are sharp as a. If you voted for, I think Trump, you sharp as a. If you voted for you are sharp. You mean if you voted for Trump? Is that what you saying? Niggas had their reasons. I voted for him. I didn't give a fuck. Hell, I'm voting for old girl. Like shit, this country need to be flipped outside. Y'all niggas got too comfortable. Y'all got too comfortable thinking these people was y'all friends. Y'all got too comfortable, bro. I mean, shit. I won't vote for no Kamala. Shit. Now I wouldn't vote for Joe neither. Him and Joe ran. I was definitely won't vote for Kamala, but y'all got too comfortable, and I'm glad he won. Now y'all ain't comfortable no more. Y'all see the world for what it is. Y'all keep acting like the world ain't what it is. You needed some Trump in your life. Now all these women, white women, they panicking. Black women panicking about Section 8 and all that stuff. You know, now he putting limits on Section 8 unless you disabled or you're a military vet. Now he putting limits on there. Now you got to get up there and you got to work. It's gonna be the best. It's gonna be best. It's best. Florida got rid of no divorce. Maybe that may keep going. These women went from strong and independent. They're gonna be begging. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. Y'all looking at it from a surface level, bro. He didn't make anybody racist. They just was covertly racist, and they was covertly destroying our youth and covertly destroying us, and we think everything okay. And then once they land the final blow, it's like when Andre Durrell was took in the knee and Arthur Abraham hit him. It was gonna knock us out. Y'all needed to wake up. Y'all needed to see these white people getting on TV saying the N-word. I say the N-word, and I'm glad y'all seeing what Mexicans really feel. I'm not gonna say all of them, but what some of them really feel. Y'all needed to see, and I'm not just saying that for black people. You know, other Mexicans that this is, you know, if you came to the, you know, you on the up and up, white people that's on the up and up. You know what I'm saying? Indian, Asians who on the up and up. I did a video on the shorts that an Asian man was saying why they ain't really care to help Mexicans. Y'all needed to see this, bro. We have a literacy. I got to do that video today, bro. I got to pull that video up of that girl. I'm going to do it on this channel. That girl saying she couldn't read, but graduated with a 4.0, and she couldn't read. And I'm going to do the video. I'm going to try to accomplish that pretty soon. So when they say they're the most educated, I'm going to show y'all why that's bullshit. That's why I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. Sometimes you need somebody to shake it up. That's what you need to shake it up. Y'all think we was comfortable. Nah. I think it was like 20 something million babies that's been deleted since 1987. Kamala lost by that exact same number of votes. I be trying to show y'all the way, bro. Sometimes we got to get uncomfortable to get where we need to get to. When a woman ain't in your presence, there's nothing you can be done. The next dude in the right car, right? Depends. Not all women. That's a hoe. That's a hoe. That's a prostitute. That's a hooker. Not all women are like that. Not all men are cheaters. You can't say, oh, all men don't cheat, but all women, no, a pimp named Goodfellas is like a Tribe Called Quest, say the whole thing. DEI, nepotism, pretty much they run parallel, a lot of them. And black women don't even know, they don't even benefit from they don't really benefit from DEI. It was meant for Becky, but you can't tell them shit. I understand. Yeah, I'm trying to show y'all the way, bro. Sometimes you got to shake this shit up. Y'all be thinking they're my friend. Oh. Speaking out of shape Mexican fighters who don't like conditioning, my father made a great point on how it is that. Oh, hold on. Previous use. Okay, I see what I got to do with this. Give me 1 second. I got to do some work on this on my configurations pretty soon. Make sure they ain't changed the camera. The camera is still. Yeah, we still good. My father made a great point on how it is Benavidez is always out of shape, but regular 9 to 5 dudes can keep their weight down. I don't know if he always out of shape. You know what I'm saying? I just think he is at a weight class he shouldn't be at, honestly. But he's just built like a Mexican, He said, I just don't like what Trump is doing. Why not? He should do it. If can't none of these kids read, write, add, why not shake up Department of Education? Department of Education ain't been around that long, homeboy. That's a good thing. He should shake up the education. The whole free lunch thing. I mean, nobody like free lunch anyway. Get your ass up as a parent and make your kid a lunch. I feel like if your kid is in high school, your parents should still be making your fucking kid a lunch. Be a parent. Get up and make your kid a lunch. It don't take long. Throw some leftovers in there. Buy some Crustables or, parents don't want to be parents no more. Y'all had goulash for dinner. Throw that goulash in the Tupperware bowl and, put a Hawaiian roll in there. Put a Capri Sun in there or put some water, Avion water in there and keep it moving and little bag of chips in the baggie or something like that. That's my thing about it. Be a fucking parent. Be a parent. Go up to the school and be a parent. Don't just go up to the school when they take your kid phone. Go sit in the classroom. Go hide in the closet like old parents used to hide in the closet. Your son act up, you check them. Daughter act up, you check them. Go sit next to her and learn in class. That's why you need 2-parent households, so you can have the ability and the flexibility to do that. Teacher used to be able to call your parents on right then and there, and they would pick up. And this is before cell phones. Had a great relationship. Parents used to contribute and donate in the class. Yes, it needs to be shooken up. Yes, the curriculum needs to be shooken up. I believe it needs to drastically change. I said this on one of my videos on either the Patreon or the channel. I feel, I'm going to talk about boots in 2 minutes. I feel, and I'm about to get to that comment that was just made. I feel that from kindergarten, preschool, whatever it is, to 5th grade, it should be how they go to school now. I think between 6 to 8 or 6 to 9th grade, women should go to a more predominantly etiquette and charm school. All the girls should go to etiquette and charm school. All the guys should go to military school. Still with the curriculum, a certain curriculum that's going to get them prepared for college and life. And I think when they get out of the military, they get out of charm school, 10th, 11th, 12th, 9th, 10th, 12th, whatever it is, they get out of there. The ones that want to pursue college, on the track to go to college, they go to a particular school. Another school got people that may be, that might say, hey, I like the military, or the girls say, I want to go to okay, they could go to the military, predominantly military training. And then other people that want to go into trades, plumbing, electrician, or they don't really know what they want to do, they can just go to trade route. They can go get mills lathes, they can become plumbers, welders. They can do a class, maybe in the first year there, they can just do a class trying to fill out what they like. May it be automotive, may it be electrician or something like that. That's how I feel it should be. I think they should all be, girls and boys should be integrated to school from preschool kindergarten to 4th, 5th grade, 6th, 7th, and 8th, or 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. I feel like they should go up in charm and etiquette school for women, military background. Guys learn how to load weapons, shoot weapons, fold clothes, how to make your bed the proper way, fitness routines. They should go on that way, but still with an education based, where they have the knowledge. When they get out of there, you want to go to college, you want to stick the military route, you want to take a trade. If you don't know what you're going to do, just send you the trade route. You still have that curriculum where you graduate with math skills, English skills, and all of that. That's how I feel like it should be. So guys know how to load a weapon, safety a weapon, clean your weapon, push-ups, pull-ups, being able to be in shape and run, jumping jacks, and all that type of shit. They learn, how to breathe underwater, how to breathe, like when they get shot, to control their breathing, or in cold water. They do all that type of stuff. They come in shape. The women, they learn etiquette, they learn posture, they do physical fitness, they learn how to be a woman, what proper knife and fork to get and all that. They learn etiquette skills. Trump not shaking up nothing, dude, is literally the system. Good. Shout out to him. The state, the Department of Education is going to leave the decisions up to the state. Good. Was the system working before? Was y'all happy with the system before? You had 2 women that was the valedictorian graduate from high school and couldn't read. I'm glad Trump run for different reasons. Hey, so be it. Whatever your reasons may be, as long as that bitch ain't win. He said, I used to work for the Board of Education custodian. He said, we threw away hundreds of dollars worth of food every day. They got mad when we started giving some homeless people and giving some to the homeless people and kids. See? Nobody was eating that shit. Only thing I really liked when I went to Detroit public schools, sometimes I ate the pizza bagels or the pizza put ranch on them, but it was those cream-filled bagels. That was it. And I liked the lunch lady. She was real cool. Tried to get some pussy from our daughter years later. She was tripping. Trade classes should be mandatory in high school. He said we snuck the food to the kids' parents, and that's what's up, because they probably needed it. Rather have the food in the dumpster than the kids take it home, but want to charge for school lunches after board. Yep, and that's my thing about it. You should sneak that you should be able to get that to the kids. Some kids is homeless. Some kids didn't have it. These women don't want to be parents, especially see single mothers. Yeah, you don't want to be a parent when you got to do everything by yourself. It's not a flex. You don't want to do everything by yourself. That's why it's better to have 2 parents there. Even if the guy's working 60, 70, 80 hours and the girl is working 40 hours, that gives her more flexibility to be a parent. 40 hours is nothing. 40 hours, the husband's working 50, 60, she working 40. That's, he still got, depending on the shift, he got flexibility, she got flexibility. You know what I'm saying? So that's, they don't think about that. White Latinos want black people to join the non-black men ain't doing it. A lot of Latinos, in this country, they identify when they do the census as white. The mini cereals, yeah, facts. The mini cereals was hitting. I forgot about them joints. See, I didn't go to public school for long. When I was in private school, we had the pack lunch, and then when I went to performing arts schools, we had hot lunch. You had to pay for that shit though. We had nachos, real pizza. Hell yeah. It wasn't that much though. Restaurants and hotel store away bowl of you up. Yup, rather than give it away. But let's talk about Boots. So Eddie Hearn said Boots, is moving up to 154 pounds. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Let me pull this shit up. They're talking about the Jordan 10s still come out August 2nd. I always wanted them since I played NBA Live. I never had a pair of Jordan 10s. I'm getting a pair. I'm getting them for selfish reasons.
Unfortunately, just Boots is moving up. I mean, that's, unfortunately, after the Stanley what they're basically saying is Boots is underperforming to his capabilities. You saw him on Fight Week. Like, it doesn't take a genius to see that it's hard work, right? And the amazing thing is, he did that to Stanionis at 50% of his physical capabilities. Just Boots is moving up.
Oh, Oscar playing again. My bad, y'all. But yeah, so he basically saying Boots is moving on up. He moving on up and said that the doctor said that he ain't physically capable. Now the rumor is Boots are gonna be going after brother Virgil Ortiz. Remember there was some blanket rumors out there coming out of nowhere saying that Boots was gonna take on what was dog's name? He was gonna take on Mazaliev. Remember they were saying he was gonna take on Mazaliev. I'm like, that's a fucking lie. William, what's going on, bro? They said he was gonna take on Mazaliev. So Hearn's plan for Boots the 54 debut versus Gatekeeper fight before targeting Virgil by the end of the year. My thing is this. Why fight Virgil? Ain't no title on the line. Why not go fight Mazaliev? Why not go try to fight the Cuban for the WBA title? Why not he go after the Cuban and Mazaliev and Virgil go after the other guy and they unify? Why ain't he trying to fight Mazaliev? Why is he going after Virgil? Why are you not going after Mazaliev? Why ain't him and Virgil trying to get a title? Virgil talking about Spencer Jamel, Charlo, and a tune-up at home, and Jerron Ennis talking about a gatekeeper, then Virgil Ortiz, and nobody talking about, okay, what's my brother Xander Zayas get a title? I don't get it. Mazaliev has been dying, coming off a hand injury, dying for an opponent. If Jerron Boots Ennis is that nigga, why not go up there and just take on Mazaliev and make a point and get a title? You had the IBF. You can jump up. I'm pretty sure the IBF will rate you pretty high. That's why I said the way these niggas be talking about Boots, bro, he not that good. So always an excuse. I ain't seen my full capabilities. Karen Jerkajan danced around this dude. He did the "We Are Family. I got all my Ukrainians with me." So that's when I be looking at it, dog. This nigga is just all talk, bro. He's a folk tale that's just a folk tale. He's a folk tale that's a folk tale. Go straight from Mazaliev then if you that nigga, man. Niggas in Philly just be hyping this nigga up, dog. What was it? Warming up, Kane. Warming up, Kane. Well, they just be warming. This nigga been warming up for how many fights? His whole career has been a warm up. He should walk to the ring in the Philadelphia Six. He should walk to the ring and fight in the Philadelphia Sixers warm up. He should walk to the ring and go to the ring in the Philadelphia 76ers warm up. I promise you. He should fight in a full fucking warm up, bruh. It's always, I wasn't my best, and the 10-pound rehydration clause, then they took it off. I still wasn't my best. These niggas lying, bro. He is who he is, bro. He is who he is. 34 fights. 34 fights. 34 fights, and I still ain't seen the best of me. Giving you the best that I got, babe. He's a great sparring fighter. I mean, he got some of the most legendary sparring stories out there. That's making no, but I ain't seen it in the ring. I ain't seen it in the ring. They just be talking. This 80 last horse of Shakur Stevenson, he about to leave. And I'm putting some money on Williams and Pater. They're gonna try to rob Shakur Stevenson. I promise you. You talk disrespectful to Turkey like that, and he act like everything all cool. Then he put you on the undercard to Berlanga, bro. They gonna try to rob Shakur Stevenson on my mama, on my hood. They gonna get that title from him. That Mexican comment that he made, Shakur Stevenson better tread lightly, bro. They gonna take that. They trying to take that fight from you. You think Turkey your friend? Turkey ain't Bud friend. Turkey ain't Shakur friend. Turkey ain't Alhamdulillah. He ain't Devin Haney friend. Y'all be looking, man. I be telling y'all, bro. What Warren G say? You can't see what I see every day being Warren G. Oh, he the main now? When he become the main? When that happen? When that happen? When that, I ain't see that news. I trust you. I don't know. I ain't see that one. The other day. Where they say that at? Point me in the right direction. You only show it when I talk about Boots. But back to Boots. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. How y'all think he gonna do at 154? That's what I want to know. Schools should be more about real life, understanding the body. We should know our bodies inside and out, way more financially, gardening and learning how to grow in medicine. I agree with that. He said you're one of the first ones to report Boots moving up to and possibly talking Mazaliev, but people don't like to give him credit. He ain't fight Mazaliev. Now, according to this article I just pulled up, he said after we gave food to the kids and the parents, we split the rest, had hefty bags of pizza and cinnamon toast crunch. And as y'all should, why throw shit away? William was good. 54 is going to have Boots. 54 Boots is going to have problems, in my opinion. We'll see. Maybe it'd be bigger, stronger. Boots ain't do shit at welterweight. He's untested. He's almost 30. His biggest fight is Theonis Bud, and Errol left the division dry. Do titles matter or not? Make up your mind. Me personally, he's talking about the Virgil Ortiz fight. I figured, like, look here, man, if you're going to make more money than you ever made before, why not go fight Virgil Ortiz? But maybe it ain't about the money. I mean, he said it's about the titles. Why not fight Mazaliev? Foden is a true Philly fighter. I wholeheartedly and humbly agree. He been stepping and don't be surprised if he outboxes O'Shaquie Foster. I can see that. I look forward to that fight. It's my favorite fight on the menu, even more than Bud and Canelo. I don't want to see a black man get knocked out like that. Boots always moving weirdly, respectfully. Yeah, he seemed to be socially awkward too. I don't know why these fighters can't. I guess you take punches for a living. I agree. I think you can look at the tickets. The tickets? Okay, let's look at the tickets. You probably Turkey, I suck your dick to be the main event. I suck your dick for these cheeseburgers. Yeah, that's what it look like. It do look like, that's what it say on the Ticketmaster. 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 That's what it say. That's what it say. It say Shakur and Zepeda. So I don't know if that mean they the main event. That's what it look like. They the main event. You can get in there for $5. Massa. I wonder is Kobe going to the fight tonight? Kobe gonna be a 1 and 2 people at the Hitchison fight tonight. Turkey ain't gotta be Bud friend. Bud got the bag before he retired. Got the Canelo fight, win or lose. Yeah, true. So I think Boo's gonna get slept. He don't tighten up. Yeah, well, whatever. Any other questions? I'm about to go hit some corners. Nigga want Chipotle, but I mean like nachos and tacos the last 2 days. I'm gonna say what's good. Beyond Juice be hitting. I ain't gonna cap. Beyond Juice, that should be hitting. That infused lemonade ginger be hitting. You got any questions? I'll answer them. Damn, not they fighting. This nigga done choked the ref. Oh my God. You choked the ref. I retweeted it if y'all want to see it. What's up with all these women got more tattoos than men? That shit is scary, dog. Women becoming men, man, they gonna have full goatees in a minute. They gonna have full goatees in a minute, bro. They're gonna be like, tack, go take them drawers off, nigga. Let me take my wig off. Oh man, these bitches turn into niggas, dog. Man, you can't even get a chick without hella tattoos. These bitches come with arm sleeves. Story of they life story on their breast. Shit is crazy, dog. Nigga sleeping with Allen Iverson. How you rank Boo's resume so far? 1 to 10. -0. -0. Facts, not feminine bone in they at all. At all. White women be like that too now. White women starting to get fucked up attitudes now too. Shit. American women, man, woof. Hard to find one. I think a Boot seen Devin Haney coming. He was like, I got to get out of here. T.O. and Devin coming. Tia female. I got to get out of here. I got to get out of here. Nigga said, I got to go. I seen what happens to Josh Taylor's. I got to go. ALC's they tatted up and fake body part basically. Yeah. Might as well get an AI sex bot. Fake hair, fake wigs, fake lashes, fake asses. You might as well get a sex bot. Shit, y'all seen the movie Companion? Y'all might as well get a sex bot. Why not? Shit. The bitch ain't got to take off a girdle, ain't got to take off a wig. Oh, man. Man, it's getting wicked out here, dog. You see Tisha Campbell got a mommy makeover. Y'all see that shit? Get your big ass in the gym. These bitches is lazy, bruh. These women is lazy. They don't want to cook. They don't want to clean. They don't want to be mothers. This is insane. I'd rather go to the gym and get a body. And the thing about getting the body right, it gets your mind right. We got the laziest women. That's one thing the Passport Bros, they should really highlight. Is how lazy American women are. And Tisha Campbell got a beautiful personality. Real talk, you'll kill for a woman with that type of personality. Lose a little weight, get in the gym. Even at her age, she still could find somebody that fuck with her based off her personality. I follow her on social media. You know what I'm saying? She's a dope woman. You know, but I guess you go through that divorce and shit, man. But the process of the fitness journey, like you going through a fitness journey and getting your life together, getting it and working on it's not so much the physical part, it's rebuilding, it's the mental time that you go to the gym and you build mentally. That's what it's about. It's the mental. It's the mental that gets you right. It's not so much the physical. He said how he leave 47 without fighting Norman Jr. I think seen Devin Haney and Tia Female come. He said, I got to go. What Bun B say? When the feds in town, man, I got to go. I forgot what song it was. He said that. Yeah, I said, oh, dude ain't run from Devin. That would be, man, nigga dip. He seen Tia Female come. Nigga turned down, like, it sounded like he turned from anywhere from $15-20 million to fight T.O. And then talk about, I don't want to not be at my best. Like that dog, Boots a fraud, dog. That nigga a fraud. Nigga turned down more money to fight Virgil Ortiz he ever made. Then it sounded like he was gonna make anywhere from 15 to 20 to fight T.O. And he was like, well, I don't want to be at my bad. Nigga's a fraud, bro. I keep telling y'all how that nigga, well, he not who they say he is, bro. And if he is who they say he is, they believe it. He don't believe it. Man, don't get me started with these women. I'd rather get BBLs and hit the gym, have some discipline with their nutrition. But the thing about it is, somebody told me with the BBL, they got to go to the gym when they get the tummy tucks and the BBLs and all that, the titty. They have to get in the gym. That's crazy. I didn't know that. You got to get in the gym regardless. Do it the right way. They lazy, bro. That's what the wigs signify. They lazy. They don't want to cook and clean and do nothing for the household or for men. They lazy, bro. That's why niggas going abroad. If they can just take a pill and not have to get in the tub, they wouldn't even get in the tub. Should we blame Eddie Hearn for Boots or Hearn for Boots leaving 47 without fighting anybody? I mean, I don't know. Probably, it really wasn't too many guys to fight. Honestly, Brian Norman wasn't really gonna jump his resume. He's still building it, so he might go over there and lose. And when did he fight? That nigga might go over there and get Jin Saki'd. Them Japan fighters be strong as hell when they fight over there. He might go over there and get his wig sent to the upper room. He fight the 19th. He fighting 5-8. That nigga might lose that fight. Dana White is behind this. Turkey is the figurehead. 3 months ago, Dana complained about boxing having too many runners. Now Dana's behind boxing. Turkey is selling. I don't know, him or Canelo. I can agree with that. I don't really care. All that money they spend on face and body surgery, they can just work on personality and could invest that money. True. You be going 20,000 to go over there and get a bootleg of BBL and possibly die. It's like you, and then DC Young Fly baby mama died. They was blaming him. You didn't make her feel pretty enough, and you did that. He's like, I told her like to go do it, but I'm telling you, you can't tell a woman what to do. Don't deal with her. If she gonna do what she want to do, let them be alone. Because when shit like that happen, if I'm satisfied with you and I'm treating you right and I'm happy the way you are, why'd you go get a BB? Because they look at everybody else's attention is more important to you. And that's what a lot of brothers got a problem with. The one voice that should matter in your life the most, which is your boyfriend or your husband or your fiance or the guy that you hold very highly, that one voice that's supposed to matter the most don't matter the least. How the internet got a bigger voice, how your homegirls got a bigger voice, how your father, your mother, your daughters, your friends, your enemies, the stranger on the internet got a bigger voice than me. And when that happens, like, dog, you can't do shit with that. Pump and dump, if that. You can't do nothing with that. You can't do nothing with that. If I'm giving you words of encouragement, you're beautiful, I love the way you look, you still go do it. All right. Don't expect me to be here when you come back, ho. He said Boots is ducking Devin Haney and Tia Female like that. I don't want to hear Boots. I was just joking. I literally was just joking. Niggas from Philly. See, that's what we don't like you, son. Don't you and Keyshawn, y'all both banned from Philly. John, you know what I'm saying? Young boy, don't come to Philly, son. Young boy, don't come to Philly. Don't eat our cheesesteak, son. Don't come to Philly. Don't get our Amber Roses, son. You know what, son? But young boy, I come clap you, boy. You don't get no. Don't listen to $1 million worth of gang, young boy. You know what? Don't listen to Benny Siegel, young Chris, young boy. Don't listen to Cassidy, son. Matter of fact, you banned from the board. You banned John. You banned from the whole tri-state. You banned from the. Don't wear Allen Iverson shoes, boy. Don't. Don't put a. jersey on. Nothing don't wear Hurts or Barkley or George Jawanski jersey. Boy, you're bad. You're bad, kid. You're bad, boy. Go ahead, John. You gonna ban me? I ain't banned T Street corny ass yet. Nigga, gonna ban me for? Come on, man. Y'all ain't banned T Street. Y'all ain't banned Farty Marty. That nigga the dirtiest nigga on YouTube. Nigga look dirty. This nigga look like blue blood rolling in dirt. Nigga look like blue blood. He like blue blood. They got buried in casino, but they didn't kill him. He crawled up out the dirt. Come on, man. Play one of the Blues Bonds.
Belief about
I'm on the phone.
You on the phone?
Yeah.
You looking at my baby?
No, I ain't looking at him. No, I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, man. Next time we come outside, don't be staring and shit like that. I don't like that.
I wasn't looking at him.
She's the same woman that will shit on men for being out of shape, but if they're out of shape, we're not allowed to say anything about. Yep, hey, Brad don't pay that. Brad wife Becky get pregnant. That bitch on a treadmill, the Stairmaster. That bitch squatting. That bitch even doing sit-ups. Yeah, Brad don't play that. That's why Brad don't be marrying Keisha. Keisha don't want no routine. He said, I know how Bud stood up for boxing when they asked him about, hey, send that to me. I ain't see that. I heard Tom talk about that. That nigga don't never send shit. I see that nigga shit all the time. Nigga, send the video. Shit. DM me on something. I'm back on Facebook. He said, nigga, Instagram the first way. Nigga, that's the worst Philly. Yeah, I don't know how them niggas talk. Yeah, I don't know how them niggas talk, man. Yeah, fuck. I mean, I don't want to say fuck Philly, but yeah, fuck their accent. Gilly ain't got no Philly accent neither, or Wallow. Well, Wallow was in the pen. You niggas talk like regular productive citizens. Maybe they got that white voice on since they keep signing these deals with Barstool and shit. Yeah, them niggas don't talk like Philly niggas neither. Jerron Booth ain't only talk like a Philly nigga. This nigga talk like he from Pittsburgh, Alabama ass nigga. Them niggas say that video. We better not ever see you in person up till they gonna be talking like wrestlers. We're gonna choke you and I mean you should spoil our boots and like fuck out of here. Fuck out of here, man. He's also a clip where Tia Female said he donated $500 to the Thoratic Voice and they changed their tune and stopped bagging Haney. Wow. Oh, the rap voice, my bad. I mean, it is what it is. That what Oscar De La Hoya say? He just said the media got bought to be quiet about Eddie Renasso. I mean, shit, Ness snitched. What you expect? He probably could have donated $5. Ness don't like black people. I'm not black, I'm Dominican. I'm not black, I'm Dominican. Them niggas hate black people, bro. I told you that. Y'all be thinking these people, man. And that's why I say I wish a lot of the black boxers stay on code, but they don't care what platform they go on. They don't care what black platform they go on, nigga. They'll hold a vendetta against some shit I said that was real, but going on a rat voice. Shit, go ahead. Nigga asked Bo-Mac about him eating that bag of Cheetos. I said, yo, that nigga Bo-Mac. That shit was wild. He said Bud pressed them Brits. He said you need to watch MMA then because ego fight is the way they want to fight. I can't even say that in MMA all the time. I seen some calculated fighters like Max Holloway and yeah, MMA even they ain't running in that bitch like that, bro. Shit, niggas go to that upper room. Say you hating ass bull, son. Yeah, drawing, no cheesesteak for you, son. Like, yeah, them niggas don't even sound like they from Philly, bro. Like Jamil sound like he from Philly. And then he got what's that Coach Reg be on there, and then Greg. I mean, I don't even know Greg. Yeah, Greg sound like a Philly nigga. Yeah, Greg sound like a Philly nigga. Especially when that nigga get mad. He said Ness Beard Nappy the motherfucker. I swear he Mexican. Kevin Elliott is one of the guys Oscar's talking about. I ain't mad at it. Shit, Kevin, get your bread. Fuck it. Kevin, get your bread. He said, yeah, he made the Cheeto comment. He said, he said too cool the superstar like Humpty Dumpty. Hey, it is. That shit was funny though. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta give him credit on. I would have never asked a nigga that shit. I ain't gonna lie. You know, that nigga Pomag was shocked. Yeah, that shit was funny as hell. I was like, oh, that's some whole ass shit though. But I was laughing like a motherfucker when he asked that nigga that question. I wouldn't have did it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't really my stilo, but you know, but it is. It's the box. It's a casual platform. You know, can't get mad at it. It's for casuals. It's for casuals. So, well, that's pretty much all I had to say, man. Let me get out of here. So what happened with Errol Spence? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Heard he trying out for the Cowboys to be the backup punt holder, the backup place kicker holder. Yeah, I don't know. It's a wrap for Earl. Frank said he's still training though. I mean, he ain't got nothing else to do. Shit, Mo 3 gone. Shit, he ain't got to run no more. You can't run, you can't hide, and gonna find you. They're scared to come outside. You know we love you tonight. Well, what that nigga say in that song? He said some wild shit in that song. He said, God knows if I see him, I'm gonna have to spray. He said, I'm gonna leave him in the same spot that he stayed. He said, he was asking God, nah, man, that's a wild. And once you just really listen to the lyrics of that song, listen to that song, how crazy that song is. How is it religious? How is it religious and demonic at the same time? That's a wild ass song. I don't think niggas really be listening to lyrics. And that only go as far as rap. I mean, that's across the board. Errol's still trying to find a way out of the bottle. He said Frank begging fans to bring up his name to fight. Man, nigga better go work at Speedway. Boxing said Devin Haney can't fight is one of the wildest things. Man, nigga beefing with Bill. Beefing with Bill, that's all that is. He beefing with Bill. This nigga need a hug. But let me get out of here, man. Appreciate y'all. Peace.